Hey yo guys, how's it going? Tally here, and today I'm going to bring you an updated Phantom Knights deck profile for the new ban list and the new format. I think it's going to be really fun. I haven't talked about Phantom Knights for a tiny little while, and to be honest I'm kind of missing the deck. I was testing it out with good friend of the channel Jamie the other night, just having a blast. So before we dive in, make sure to like, make sure to comment, make sure to subscribe if you're new here, make sure to check out yourplaymat.com using my link or my code on screen now. You can even cop yourself some of these cool TCG Tally custom sleeves. Now let's dive in. Alright, so starting off our Phantom Knight deck profile, we're going to talk about the Phantom Knights. Now, the Phantom Knights are absolutely the heart and soul of this deck, right? The Phantom Knights are insane. This one right here, Torn Scales, is Armageddon Knight. It's going to allow you to go ahead and ditch a card from your hand and then Foolish Burial a Phantom Knight card, right? So spell, trap, monster. Some of the things that you could be sending could be Silent Boots. I wouldn't recommend that though. Silent Boots is better searched out by its friend Ancient Cloak. So let me just break down what these cards actually do. This from the graveyard is going to allow you to banish itself and then search out a spell or trap, a Phantom Knight spell or trap, and this is going to allow you to search out the Phantom Knights card, so you're able to search out your Silent Boots. Silent Boots also has an effect where if you have a Phantom Knight on field, it can special summon itself. So if you have this on field or this on field, heck, or even this or this on field, you wouldn't want to be normal summoning them, but yeah, you've got full combo if you've got that. So this engine is super tight. These new cards, Stained Greaves and Ragged Gloves, let me tell you about them. This is an extender that you can search out where if you special summon a Phantom Knight, you can then special summon that card. And also this is going to just be Foolish Burial from the graveyard, so you banish itself and then you can go ahead and send any Phantom Knights card. But these all have synergy with Torn Scales' extra effect that allows it to reborn itself from the graveyard if another Phantom Knight is banished from the graveyard. So it's going to summon itself, it's going to banish itself when it leaves the field, so you're going to want to use it for an Xyz material. Now the deck is backed up by a lot of level 3 extenders, these being our additional normal summons Tour Guide from the Underworld, probably our best normal summon, and it's going to go ahead and grab us our Graph, which is going to go ahead and get us our Seer. This will special summon a level 3 Fiend from deck, which should in most cases be Graph, okay? So you'll be able to summon Graph. Graph will then, when it's sent to the graveyard, special summon out Seer. So you've got a combo where you normal summon this, grab this, make Cherubini, special summon Seer. You've got Rusty Bardiche for just a normal summon. Plus you've got graveyard set up too now. You know what's really good when you normal summon this card? When you get to special summon this one. Kagamusha Knight is when a level 3 is normal summoned, you get to special summon it from your hand. And it also chain blocks, which I know you judges out there are reeling right now. It can chain block Tour Guide, so you can activate this as Chain Link 1, activate this as Chain Link 2, so your opponent cannot ash it. You've now got 3 monsters on board for absolutely nothing at all. And for some other level 3 extenders, we have Edge Imp Sabers, which is also a really good Tour Guide target if you draw Red Eyes Fusion. Psychic Wielder, which just special summons itself if you have a level 3, and so does Psychic Tracker. And that will round off our generalised monster lineup. For the rest of the monsters on the deck, we are running a couple of hand traps. We're running free Ash Blossom, really like Ash Blossom, and we're running free Droll. Droll isn't like the biggest blowout card of this format, like some people might tell you, but it does hurt quite a lot of decks in like little ways, so these are probably my favourite picks against the vast majority of the meta right now. And then finally we're running Red Eyes and Dark Magician. Best artwork, do not at me. Now, I am going to make a kind of pricey suggestion. I'm going to say that this deck at its best is run with free Forbidden Droplet, because this card is nuts and it also plays with the graveyard setup that this deck really wants. I'm going to be honest, it's really expensive, I don't have copies myself, but when it does get reprinted, hopefully in the tins, you ought to pick yourself some up. Also running 1 Rota, running 1 E-Telly, running a Phantom Knights rank up, and a Red Eyes Fusion. All of these are just so crucial to the deck. This is just an extra normal summon bringing you up to 7, meaning you're always going to have a normal summon. This is just a really good extender. This is to get us into the best boss monster ever, and this is to get us into the second best boss monster ever. And to round off the deck, we are running some Phantom Knights traps. Now, I would love to run more traps in the deck, but the Phantom Knights cards are pretty xenophobic when it comes to trap cards specifically, which is not the worst thing ever. So Phantom Knights Fogblade is a monster negate, and it also gets around those pesky dino plays because it's just a continuous effect. It's not an effect that Mist can beat, and it's just so good when they try and drop to Mist and you're like, okay, Ovi's still negated. Phantom Knight's Wing will protect you from destruction once, but I would recommend Sword if you're running more of an Apollousa centric build. And Shade Brigandine is a cool extender because if you've got no traps in graveyard, you set it, you can activate it there and then, and now it's a level 4 monster to go into your rank 4 place. And that rounds off our main deck, so let's talk a lot about our extra deck. So for our rank 5s we are running Dark Requiem Xyz Dragon and Arc Rebellion Xyz Dragon. While not being the absolute most competitive picks, they're just so fun. They are the heart and soul of this deck. They're my favourite monsters in the deck. This is better than Appaloosa because you summon it and it's a non-once per turn, not even once per chain monster negate. So you can negate, they can try and negate your negate. And if you had Appaloosa, you'd be like, well damn, they've outed me. It's so good because it's multiples, right? It's multiple negates and it's a monster reborn for Dark Xyz monsters. So that's also very powerful because you can end up going like +2 on your opponent's turn. Arc Rebellion's for when you're going second and you've walked into an established board, you've baited out their negates, you're going to summon this big bungus and it's going to negate everything, steal all their attack points and OTK there and then. For other Xyz we are going to run 1 Dark Rebellion, 1 Raider's Knight, 1 Downward Magician for our rank 4s. This is just really to go into Dark Requiem, this allows you to go into Arc Rebellion, and this allows you to go into Zeus. Unfortunately, none of these really do anything on their own, they just serve to make bigger monsters more live, which is okay really. Alrighty, and we're also running some rank 3s. We're running 2 Breaksword, which is like, oh, such a good card. And we're running a Levier the Sea Dragon. This is a new addition to the deck that I've been liking a lot because it just allows a bit more recursion in those grindier games, where you've maybe got a couple of level 3s, but you maybe don't have like a lot of Phantom Knight usage, and just having those Phantom Knights means you could go into like Breaksword, pop itself, get some more Phantom Knights, get some more board presence, and then go from there. Alrighty, so just to give you a bit more emphasis on this, it'll allow you to target a card you control and a card your opponent controls, and then it will destroy both. But if this card is destroyed by like battler card effect, it gets to summon back 2 Phantom Knights with different names and make them both level 4, allowing you to go into your Raider's Knight, allowing you to go into your Dark Rebellion, and it's good going first and second, right? Card's absolutely nuts. And then for the last Xyz monster, I'm running a Zeus. If you don't want to run these 2, that's fine, just run like Access Code or Borrow Sword, but I think they're insane because it allows you to take a Breaksword that you've revived off of like a Fog Blade or your Dark Requiem, and it allows you to rank it up into a Downward, which allows you to rank up into a Zeus, which is a board wipe, or at the very least it's gonna force out interaction before you go through the rest of your plays. So while I don't think it's necessary, absolutely, I really like it. I think it's some of my favourite plays to go into because they don't always expect it. It is an Xyz deck, but they don't always expect Zeus because not everybody plays it. Then for our non-Xyz monsters we have 1 Dragoon. I really wish the deck had an Omni Negate built in, but it doesn't, so Dragoon's gonna be it. And we have some Link 2s, we have Cherubini, we have IP, and we have Verte. So Cherubini's insane because Cherubini allows you to really pop off in loads of ways, right? It's going to Foolish Burial pretty much any good monster in the deck, allowing you to continue your plays, allowing you to unbrick your hand with Edge Imp Sabers. It just does a lot, right? And because of the BA package, you actually get a lot of free Link material. IP Masquerena I'm running purely just as a filler card. It could be anything else, but I just wanted to make sure I had access to more Link 2s because I used these both going first, but this could then go into Appaloosa on opponent's turn for a follow-up play, or it could just be used to go like into another Dark Link 3 or 4. You're thinking, what Dark Link 3 could you go into? Bang! Rusty Bardiche. Right, Rusty Bardiche is really the linchpin of the extra deck here because this ties the deck together, allows you to gain huge advantage by foolishing a monster, setting a card, and then like popping off from there. It's so good. It also pops cards on field when a Dark Xyz is summoned next to one of its Link. So for your going first combo, you summon this here, you pop it, you summon 2 Phantom Knights, you then go into this, and then you go ahead and set the rank up spell. Nuts, isn't it? But going second, you go into this, you pop it, you make this, you overlay this, and then you've OTK'd. So Rusty's bonkers. And then finally I'm running an Appaloosa because I think Appaloosa through IP is actually a really good play. I'm really liking it, but this could be or should be like other cards as well. Like if you want it to be a Borrow Sword, it can be a Borrow Sword. If you want it to be an Access Code Talker, absolutely fine. With the way I've built the deck, it's super Xyz focused, and there's not a lot of variation in the attributes in the graveyard to warrant me playing Access Code Talker, but that's just like a totally personal thing. I love an Xyz heavy Phantom Knights build. So let's take it to the outro. As always guys, if you like the video, make sure to give it a like. If you've made it this far, make sure to comment your thoughts down below, and of course subscribe for more content like this. As always, you have been amazing, I have been Tally, I will catch you all later. Bye.